All right, so now another thing that I wanted to do, which is completely on a different note, is I want to kind of make the vocals here a bit more present. So right here during the synth, so I like our synths. Where are they? Let me find them. I think they're all around here. So these are our chords. But I want to make this have a bit more of a human element, and I think what I want to do is use a vocal sample with the sampler. Now, the quick sampler is another plugin that I'm not as familiar with, but I've used it before, and I think we can figure out what to do with this. And by the way, if you've heard this at all, you can hear how poorly mixed it is once we're this deep into a track. The mix kind of gets out of hand, so we're almost done with what we need to do before we start mixing. So I'm not worried, but a lot of this will sound a little bit better when we start mixing. Anyway, I am going to open a new track. So I'm going to go to the sampler. So I'm not going to do the quick sampler. I'm going to do the regular sampler. And since I'm dealing with a vocal sample, I'll start this off in mono, and I might have some plugins that turn our mono to stereo, but we'll see. So I'm here. So let's see what this looks like. All right. So I believe if I go down to mapping, well, I'm not actually sure, but I know that if you drag in a sample, then it will allow us to manipulate this. So I'm going to go to our lead vocals, any of them. So I'll have this over here. So let me move this out of the way. All right, I'm going to just take this sample and drag it into here. So I can either do chromatic, which means that this will start at C2, but I'm going to try the optimize because it'll start at the actual pitch. This is F. It should be F at least. So I'm going to do zone perf. I'll try zone per file. See what that does. All right, so here's what I have. Well, once I go to the track. I get out a solo. All right. So what this is showing, so I was down here, my musical typing. All right, so this is our sample, F, which it's done it properly. And then this right here basically says, all right, I'm going to stop playing the sample and then loop this. So I don't want any of these other things. I just want my first note. So let's see if I can move this and see what that sounds like. All right, that's good. I'm going to turn this down. It's kind of loud. All right, so now I want to manipulate this kind of like a synthesizer. So I'm going to turn on this filter. And I'm looking at this, and I've used this before, but let me just be patient with me. So envelope 2 is right here. I see this is the curve. It looks pretty ridiculous. And this is the amount right here. So for envelope 2, filter cutoff, which is right here, amount. And let's see if I can make this. I kind of want to start, I kind of like want to filter this in. Okay, so it's starting off slow and then dropping immediately. So let's move this up high. That's good. I don't know if I want it to go all the way. All right, that's pretty good. All right, and this is the amp envelope, I think. Well, it says amp, so let's see if I can make it kind of fade out a bit more. All right, cool. So I let go of my keyboard, if you see. And then it fades out that much. I don't think I want it to delay that much. So just something like this, and I could have it maybe like that. It fades in a bit. All right, so now I think what I want to also do is have this pitch kind of like go from a lower octave to a higher octave. So if I tune this pitch down an octave, which is 12 semitones, I'm just messing around. I think what I'll do is go right here. Well, actually, let me say this is pitch as well. And I will have the pitch follow envelope 2 as well. All right, now let's see what that sounds like an octave above. All right, that's pretty cool. And 1200 cents in this case is just the same as 12 semitones or a full octave. Now this right here is controlling the pitch, and it's LFO, so this will make the pitch go up and down. So let's see if I can mess with that. All right, now I don't know how to necessarily make that work. Oh, this is controlled by the mod wheel. Let's just have this controlled by nothing. All right, there we go. So if I... Ha! You could probably make some sort of bass. All right, this is not what I'm going for, but I'm just going to mess around with this just to see if I could do something like this in the future. I'm going to do this to... Oh, is there how many? Oh, I can add an LFO. Oh my God, this is awesome. So I'm gonna have this go to LFO 2, and I've never done this before. I'm gonna have this go to be. So usually when you see a musical note with the LFO, that means it's going, or with anything with a rate, it's gonna go by the beat of the track, which is awesome. Let's have this do pitch. And filter. Let's do filter 1. Wow, so that's awesome. So this is not the quick sampler. This is just the sampler. Well, I'm going to delete this, and then I'm totally going to change this. Change this here. This is on way too much, so hold on, I need to... Because what I want to do is use the same melody, like... So that just keeps it from sounding too boring. So I'm actually going to close this for a sec and drag the melody that we have, which is right here. So I'm just going to copy it. Command C. And then click on this track, Command V. I'm not copying the automation because we're just messing around right now. All right, too loud again. So I'm gonna actually put some bitcrusher on this to kind of fatten it up first. Then I'll do some EQ. All right, and I might want to, now that I'm hearing this, all right, and I think I can, so that kind of sounds a bit choppy, but I think I can put some other effects on there. First, I'm going to EQ this. Let's see. I wonder if I can fix the attack even more. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm going to put on... Now I'm going to put on some... Let's try some modulation. And I'm going to try this micro phaser. So I'm just messing around with some presets. I'm going to try some ensemble. Now I'm going to do, let's see, some... All right, I am clipping at negative 18.8. So I'm going to add some more bitcrusher. And put this at 18. Turn this volume way down. That's just so it doesn't clip. And then I'm going to put on some echo and reverb. So here's my delay. I'm going to try a different reverb, chroma verb, just to show you guys that there's other cool reverbs. And this one literally looks better. Let me see what this sounds like an octave lower. Let's go to, let's see, transposer. I want it to be right here. Seems a little slow. And I don't even know what I mean by that. So let me just try to mess with this. All right, I like that. Let's see. That sounds great. Let's try it. Let's see what it sounds like an octave below. All right, I like that too. I think what I'm going to do is turn this off and have it high to start. And then over here for the second version of that, have it lower, just to switch it up a little bit. So I'm going to drag this over here, close out the library. Sounds a little like Donald Duck, but when it's layered in, it sounds much better. Now, when I go from here, I think it's fine to leave this synth out because then the actual vocals come in. So this is kind of like, I have the vocals here. There's no vocals here, but I got the vocal element of the synth, which sounds a bit more human. And then I have the actual vocals here. Now I'm wondering if I should incorporate this into the drop at all. Our drop's kind of full right now, so I'm wondering if there's any spots that I can either take out or do anything with that. It's very possible that it might not be the case that it fits in, but let's just see. No, I don't think so. Now that I am listening to that, I do hear some elements of these newly added layers that I didn't necessarily love. I think I just want these for like color more than the actual tone. And I forgot to, I want to leave all the room for the cymbals up here. So I think there's another thing right here. I think this was it. right, since I cut so much out, I might be able to turn these up a bit. So I'm in the mixer. All right, that's much better. Nothing's getting in the way from these background basses, but they're just adding a little bit extra, which is great. All right, cool. So we got a lot done there.